All right, let's do it. Colorado leaving the Pac-12 to go to the Big 12. Obviously, they were a member of the Big 12 before it came over in 2011. This has happened simply because of money. The Pac-12 has messed up. They weren't able to present a new TV deal, which is the reason that UCLA and USC are leaving. And it's going to be the reason that Colorado is leaving now. This leaves, I think, the Pac-12 on real shaky ground. You saw San Diego State dip their toe into possibly saying they're going to go to the Pac-12, and then they pulled out. I think they pulled out because of uncertainty with the TV deal, which leads me to believe what happens next with Oregon. Does Oregon decide, hey, this doesn't really make sense for us, even though we have a benefactor and a booster, Phil Knight level that can really take care of us? Should we just be leaving millions of dollars on the table and not go to the Big 12? That would be a great get for the Big 12 to, stable off the losses that they're having with Texas and Oklahoma, bringing in a program the caliber of Oregon and a program with as much hype as Colorado has around it. So I think that's why it's happening. It really leads to questions. Is the Pac-12 going to be able to survive? There's been this idea that there's probably going to be, two super conferences, and, every other team is going to be in these smaller conferences. And, I pushed back against that idea. I thought, especially with the expansion of the playoffs, getting those guaranteed spots, because it looks like the Power 5 teams are all going to be guaranteed. So if you stay in the Pac-12, you guarantee yourself a chance to get into the playoffs every year. But at the same time, you're throwing money away. With the rise of NIL deals, with the rise of transfer portals, these are not deals that can always be negotiated strictly through the school in some cases, but some cases they can be, depending on state law. That's one. And two, facilities, Title IX, making sure that, all sports have an opportunity requires money. And generally the football teams are the bringers of the most, income to help supplement all those other things. And if you don't have that income coming in, if it's shaky, it's just bad business going on in the Pac-12. You have to really ask yourself, what are we doing there? So I think that this could be the beginning of the end, can start a death spiral for the Pac-12. And it leads to real questions, will the Pac-12 even exist in a year or two? They still don't have a TV deal. This is the era where every sports is selling like hotcakes. Every league is getting more and more money. And, they fumbled the bag, letting UCLA and USC leave before they got the previous deal done. So I'm sure the people that they're negotiating with are concerned about, the Southern California market and them losing it, and how valuable is the Pac-12 as it. And now that Oregon's potentially going to leave, it's going to make it even more troubling. So does the Pac-12 exist in the next 2 years? That's what I'm really taking from this news. But shout out to Colorado. Shout out to my guy, Coach Prime. I think you should pound the over on Colorado this year. 3 wins. He's going to win more than 3 games. But I think it's a great move for Colorado. Let me know what you think. Leave me a comment, subscribe, and as always, the game is the game.